Hello, and welcome to another video. I am the Fragrance Enjoyer, and today is a very good day because today we will be talking about one of my newest acquisitions from the house of ChristianDior. We're going to be talking about Ambre Nuit. So if you want to learn more about the fragrance, how it smells, how the performance is, and when you should wear it, then please stay tuned. So this is my newest acquisition from the house of ChristianDior, as I mentioned, and it is my third fragrance from that house. This is from the Privé line, and I don't think that this specific fragrance needs an introduction. This is one of the best sellers from the brand for a very good reason. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this one just arrived actually today, so I haven't worn it too much, as you can probably tell. But regardless, I know this fragrance for a while now, and I have had the opportunity to test it in the store a couple of times. So I know very well how this one will develop. This is the third one in the collection. So I'm going to show you the other one, Cologne Blanche. I did a review of this one on this channel, so you should already know this one. And then I also have Jasmine des Anges, or however you pronounce that one, which is essentially a beautiful jasmine fragrance for women. Let's not spend too much time looking at the bottle because everyone knows Dior bottles, magnetic cap, decent sprayer. I think everyone knows how these look like these days. But let's spray the fragrance and let's take a look how it actually smells. So as you can see, decent application of the juice, quite good. Nothing to complain about. What a gorgeous fragrance. I mean, there's absolutely no wonder why this is one of the best sellers from this line. It's crazy how beautiful it opens. Gorgeous fragrance. Just by spraying this fragrance, I already feel like I'm in a fashion show in Paris. It's crazy. This fragrance is a 2009 release. It is currently a top 35 in the unisex segment on Parfumo, and it is done by the master perfumer François Demachy, which is one of the most famous perfumers on the planet. So every time you hear Demachy, you should know it is a serious fragrance, and this is obviously no exception at all. So this fragrance is a spicy, woody, sweet, oriental, floral fragrance that starts off with bergamot and grapefruit and has pink pepper and Turkish rose in the heart, and then it finishes off with amber, cedar, guaiac wood, and patchouli. Now what's interesting to me with this fragrance is that even though it's called Ambre Nuit, which translates to Amber Night, it's not the amber that I'm picking up the most. So to me, or at least to my nose, I'm getting a very effervescent ambergris note that I am quite used to getting with certain creeds, although in a different way, of course. Creed has always done it a bit different. What I get is a dominant ambergris note. So I don't know if this is a play on words, ambergris, or if they really meant amber with this fragrance. So if you know, let me know. But for my nose, I am getting a ambergris feel, even though of course this, if you tell me this is amber, then I can also understand like it could be amber too, but the effervescent side that I'm getting could be because it's ambergris actually. Now, if it is ambergris, what I would suggest to you is that you try to find the oldest variation that you probably can of this fragrance, because if it's an older variation or an older batch, chances of it being the real ambergris are much higher than today. So that would be my advice from the get-go. So let's go back to the notes. So this opens up with bergamot and grapefruit, as I mentioned, and you can kind of smell that from the get-go. It's a very fresh opening, but what I get immediately is the effervescence and the sparkly touch from, again, probably ambergris or a substitute or a synthetic ambergris. I'm not sure. So the citruses will be gone in maybe 2 minutes tops, for me at least. And what I start getting at that point is the Turkish rose mixed with pink pepper. So it's a beautiful, sweet, rosy mid that is still joined by the effervescent amber or ambergris from the base. Now this combination will last, in my experience, up to 2 hours. So the pink pepper and the rose, those two notes will curve everything together with the ambergris into the base. But for me, even in the middle, what I'm getting is still the ambergris or the amber. So that is, I would say, omnipresent throughout the fragrance. Now in the bottom, you have a beautiful, gorgeous combination of amber, cedar, guaiac wood, and patchouli. Now I'm not getting the patchouli that much, to be honest. I'm getting most guaiac wood and cedar, and of course the amber/ambergris. and it is a beautiful, beautiful manly combination when it comes to this scent. Now, that being said, I would say that if you have the right attitude, you can also pull this one off as a woman without any issues, but it is without a doubt a evening scent. So if you're going out on a fancy dinner, if you're going out on a date, if you're going out to a concert, if you're going out to a jazz club, if you're going out in a city walking around and it's a bit colder, then this is a very, very good scent. Now, when it comes to the performance of this one, unfortunately not the best for me, not even close. I think this whole composition lasts me for about 4 to 5 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, the scent will be there even after 5 hours, but at that point, it's essentially a skin scent, and you will really have to get close to the person wearing this in order to smell it. Now, that being said, if you love the scent, which I'm quite confident that most of you guys will, you can essentially also get the 250 ml bottle and carry it around you and just reapply all the time, and then you should be good to go. Or you can essentially get any size and then just decant it in a smaller decant and just carry it with you, and you should be good to go as well if you reapply it throughout the day. Occasions I mentioned, but in terms of the time when you should wear this one, I think this is most suitable for the fall and spring. I don't think this is strong enough, in my opinion, at least not the newest batches, to kind of last you through a very cold winter day. However, if you have the older batches, I would assume that it would be very, very sufficient for winter as well. But this is definitely not a summer fragrance. I actually wore it today to the gym. Cannot recommend that. I smelled amazing, but it is not a gym fragrance, probably to no one's surprise at all. But I thought I wanted to wear it today, so I did. All in all, I think this is a beautiful, beautiful scent. There is no doubt why this is a bestseller from ChristianDior. My recommendation would be, if you can find a good deal, get it. It is a pretty, I would say, safe blind buy. And if you don't end up liking, you can pretty much resell it immediately without any issues because people love it so much. Second recommendation would be to try to get the older batch variations. They can be quite pricey, but according to what I've read online before I got this one, it's well worth it. Once again, a beautiful, spicy, woody, sweet, oriental, floral fragrance that is completely unisex and is, in my opinion, one of the best Privé line ChristianDior fragrances that they have currently. So it is a safe recommendation from yours truly. So thanks a lot for watching. If you have any suggestions when it comes to new fragrances that I should review, please leave a comment and let me know. And if you want to see more similar videos for other fragrances that I have in my collection, consider subscribing and following the channel. And if you have any questions, also please let me know. You can reach out via email, which is on my channel, or you can of course leave me a comment on YouTube or Instagram, which is also listed on my YouTube page. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Have a good one.